Hey guys, welcome back to Aussie Beekeeping. So it's the 22nd of February. It's about 14 degrees, so about 53 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to get up to about 30 degrees Celsius, so it's going to get up to about 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It's about 7:30 in the morning and the girls are flying. Alright guys, so this is the original white hive, which was taken off the other one. Let's get into it. There we go. Let's see how these guys have gone. So last time we came in here was 2 weeks after we split them. Well, walk away, took the queen from the white hive. You know how these guys usually go. I'm expecting they need a box. So we've got nectar in there, not a heap. We do have nectar. And on this side we've got nectar as well. So it looks like I've rolled that bee there, his guts are hanging out. I wonder if that's nectar. Looks pretty clear. Anyway, put them aside. See how calm they are because they've got this nectar coming in. See that nectar's fallen out of the frame. They're very, very calm. So not much there, a little bit of nectar up here, a little bit of pollen. Just a little bit of pollen up the top here. They're still drawing out this. We got brood in the next frame, which is good. But I won't be taking a split off these guys. Heaps and heaps of pollen around the outside here. A little bit of milk brood. A couple of eggs down here. Keeping an eye out for that beautiful queen that we marked 4 weeks ago. Probably don't need to go too much further into these guys. It looks like they're doing okay. Still got a bit of room. So here's a new frame that I popped in here, and you can see they've not only drawn it out but they've filled it up, starting to cap that honey up the top. Brood. And the same deal on this side. So look, I'm going to pack these guys up. They've still got a bit of room. I imagine this frame here is probably relatively empty. Yeah, it's pretty light, but there's good stores in there. Stores are very important in this apiary right now because they haven't had any for so long. Alright, so I'm just going to pack these guys up. So that's the white hive. So now we're going to check out the blue hive. So there's a reason these guys don't have a box on them, because they don't need it. Really nothing happening on that first frame. Second frame, nectar. A little bit of pollen. They are just very, very slow. So third frame, we've got brood, we've got capped honey up the top here, and we've got nectar coming in there, so that's good. Are they slow? Absolutely. Do they have some chalk brood? Absolutely. The stresses of this season are evident when you see that chalk brood. So brood there and brood there, and I've put another spare frame in here. So brood on that frame as well. What's going on with that bee's leg? Bees. Look at that bee. Strange. And we'll just have a look at this last frame here. A little bit of weight in it, that's nice. That's all pollen. That's okay, they need pollen. So they have some stores. Just going to put them back together. That is not a candidate for a split. Alright, so blue hive done and dusted. Now, alright, so we're going to have a quick look into the purple hive. A little bit of nectar, which is good. Pop that box off and we'll have a look. Alright, 9 framer here, tight box. So if I can't get these frames out without rolling too many bees. I can smell curing honey in this hive. Look at that, beautiful. So they're doing right. So they've got a good honey band at the top too, which is really lovely to see because I have not seen that. And we are about a week and a half away from ending summer. So we're just about to hit autumn. Bit of a queen cup there, nothing in it. I'll pop them aside. I imagine this one's just pure honey. Might be a bit of brood in there. It's getting a bit windy, that's a lot of pollen. All that. I'm just trying to spot some eggs. Spotted some eggs. Got bees trying to sting me on the knee. They will succeed. Oh man, stop it! Empty supersedure cell or empty cell in the centre. Good brood though. Looks like they're bouncing. You know what, if I can find the queen I might shake a couple of these frames into one of those nukes. Do. There's a lot of these cells, isn't there? A lot of these cups. They're all empty though. Good job. Suppose they'll be thinking about kicking out drones soon, won't they? Don't seem to see a lot of drones. There are some. Look at that guy trying to find something. This honey is all getting capped. That's delicious. But you can't taste it. This is attached to the other side. Won't be taking any bees out of this hive. Look at that. Oh, pack them up. That box is relatively empty, but I'm sure over the next couple of weeks they'll fill it up. Alright, so now we're going to check out the red hive. These guys can be a little bit cross. We shall see what happens. Oh, good bees. Lots and lots of bees. Oh, that feels like almost a full box of honey. I don't know what they're doing. So that's nice. We may get a little bit of honey off these guys after all. Okay, so another 9 framer. Fresh comb. Same on this side. Bit of nectar up there. I'll pop this one aside. That last one hasn't been drawn out yet, so these guys have got some room down the bottom. It's funny, they've got room down the bottom, but the top's full. Nice bit of brood. There's a small hive beetle. Oh! Oh! You So eggs and larvae. Good bit of brood. Looks like it's just some of it's just being capped. That's empty. No! Oh, I swear. There's our queen. I'm going to put her in a cage. Actually, I'm going to mark her. She is so if you look really closely, she's actually got a little bit of red still on her. So she's the original queen. Nice one. See the original piece of red on her? Let me get these. Oops. Well, that went right down her back. which isn't a fabulous thing. It's all over her wings. It's not in her eyes, it's not on her antenna. But she won't be flying anytime soon. I'm going to let her out into the hive. And there you go, Robin. There's my attempt. So I'm going to pop her back in there. And I'm going to take these two frames and I'm going to shake them into that nuke. Okay, that's all done. So that nuke has now got a boost. Pop this frame back in. So I've seen the queen, badly marked her, taken a couple of frames of brood. Pop them back together. So there we go, there's the red hive. Those guys seem to be doing pretty well. Pitched a bit of brood off them. Sorry about the wind, guys. So now we're going to get into the yellow hive. These guys haven't been doing really well over the last few months. Hopefully they're doing better today. So this is the clear hive. Okay guys, that was the yellow hive. Interesting concept, hey? So now we're going to check out the black hive. Let's get into it. Got some bees up in the top box. Not a lot. No real weight to that. Next box in. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? So they're bringing in plenty of nectar. It looks like all the frames in this next box are like that. I'll pop out another one so you can have a look. pretty good. When I put them back together, I'm going to put that other box underneath this one. We're just going to pop straight into the middle of the brood nest here. A really good brood. Hopefully that's a merging brood. Maybe a little bit of chalk brood in there. Oh yeah, we've got a merging brood here. Suss out one of these other end frames. Ow! It's a pretty good brood frame there. Patchy nonetheless. Same on that side. So I'm going to pack these guys up. I'm not going to get into them too much. Queen excluder. Tell you hate it when that happens. So there we have it. Although it's the black hive, it's got a grey hive box on it and a blue hive box on it, but it is the black hive. So there you go guys, there's the black hive, all done and dusted. Time to move on and check out the grey hive. That's all nectar. So they need a box as well. Alright, what have we got? So good brood. Got some eggs down in there as well. And this is another good patch of emerging brood. So there's one emerging just on the other side of that bee. And we'll check out frame number 2. It's a good one, isn't it? Plenty of brood. Still a little bit of chalk brood and stuff you'll notice through here. I'm planning on swapping out some of those frames. We shall see how we go. But yeah, look at this next frame, even the next frame down here. That's a ripper. Another ripper. So I'm going to squish these guys up. A lot of room in here, isn't there? Squish them up, pop another box between this box and the other one. So I'm short on foundation, so I've put these frames from this dead out in here. It's got some ants, it's got some brood issues. I think with the amount of bees in here we're fine. I've got no foundation on these, so we're just going to see how these ones go. I've got a couple of little pieces of foundation, so I'll put them on the outside, but I've got 3 without, and no starter strips either, so fingers crossed the bees sort that out. If not, pull them out. Okay guys, so that was the silver hive. Those guys seem to be doing really well. Most of our hives now are doing a lot better. Everyone's quite flighty today. Time to get through these guys. So now we've got the orange hive of the Italians. Let's pop them open and see how we go. Let's hop into here, have a look what we've got. So fresh wax fresh honeycomb, fresh nectar. That's really good. They've still got a couple of spare frames here. For instance, they're still working on this frame, so they've got some room, so they won't need a box, but we'll have a look in the brood. Okay, we'll go for this frame here, tight box. Relatively fresh comb, but a little bit of nectar in there, so that's really nice. Same on the other side. It's a real fat comb in here. Because I haven't drawn out the comb next to it, they've made this one really, really fat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this one around. Nice nectar. Alright, anyway, so I've turned that around, had a little bit of a technical difficulty, camera fell over. Good work, girls. These are the Italians. Really nice. Alright, I'm just going to pop this frame down here, out, suss that one out. I haven't seen any eggs yet. That's all pollen. And that's all mostly pollen, a little bit of nectar around the outside there. One more frame, so I've got a small brood nest. I don't remember, I think that I must have, did I take a split from these guys, or maybe did I pinch some frames and put them in one of the other hives perhaps? Oh, I know what I did. I shook a heap of bees out of this into the top bar hive. More pollen, so they must have a tiny brood nest. I didn't see any eggs, I wonder if the queen's still in here. There's some young brood, I can't see any eggs. I saw that queen cell, queen cup. It's empty. I wonder where the queen is. I wonder if those pollen frames are stopping her from laying. Ooh. There's still no eggs. Oh yes, we have eggs. And when I say we have eggs, there's one egg down in that little cell there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that back in there, but I'm going to increase the size of the brood nest. And to do that, I'm going to put this frame here in there, and it's already got some nectar in it. There we go. Alright, I'll unpack these guys up. So there's the orange hive, guys. They seem to have recovered quite well. Time to get into the green hive. These guys are third generation from the white hive. As you know, the white hive is there, but the queen is over at the other end, over the apiary. Let's pop them open. So there we go. So I think 6 weeks ago, these guys were absolutely on the brink of starvation. And now what have we got? So we've got nectar in there, that's really good, isn't it? What else have we got? Not a lot on that frame. Pollen. So we've got some brood. I'm keeping an eye out for the queen here. Let me just check. I can't see any eggs on that frame. This hive smells really good though. Look at that. Beautiful. Fabulous job, girls. So they'll need a box next time I come down. Okay, so we've got eggs right down here, eggs and open larvae. But as you can see, numbers aren't really great. Look how dark those cappings are. So that's honey. So I've only got 3 frames of brood. This one's an empty frame, so I'm going to move that over there. And I mean empty, I mean like absolutely nothing. So I'll pop that into the brood nest. This one here is the same. I'll pop this back here into the brood nest. Got a spare frame on the outside. This one's basically empty as well. So it's probably as good as it's going to get for these girls. Pop them back in here. See if the queen can't start laying out these couple of frames that I've moved. Hopefully when we come back here we've got more than 3 frames of... Ow! Ow! I hope no one's counting the sticks on this inspection. That's a green hive. They're slowly building, but they're doing okay. So now we're going to check. At the white hive. These guys are a walk-away split that we did, but we never took them anywhere. We actually took the white hive right down to the far end there with the queen. We left them in here. Let's suss them out. Just going to give them a smoke or a bit of a stir. Still going. That's the same hessian I put in it this morning. So what I do is I roll up my hessian into a little thing like that and light it. This has been going since 7:30 this morning. Probably 7, and it's now 11 o'clock. I threw a few leaves in there just to keep it going. giving them a fair bit of smoke because they can be a bit naughty. Alright, so this top box looks like it's got a fair bit of stores in it. If I had 2 more boxes, I'd probably put a box on this one and a box on maybe the pink hive. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good, isn't it? So these guys will need a room. They've got a couple of empty frames here. So it buys me a little bit of time. Let's get that top box off, check out the brood. Okay, so the task here is just to ensure we've got a laying queen. Looks like it's honey. I know it's brood. And there's eggs and larvae in there as well. Check out maybe this frame here. Really good brood again. So I've got a functioning hive, doing really well. They're probably not terribly angry, which is sort of cool. That's it, guys. That inspection's over. Pop the top box back on them. Now we're going to check out the pink hive. They've got a box on top, plenty of traffic. Really good bee numbers in the top box. So there's some really nice, freshly drawn out comb with honey in it. And if you look into this box, you'll see that the frames that were just, so they're drawing out these frames as well. And putting nectar in them. Happy days. Oh! These guys are pretty strong, so they're probably pretty good candidates for a split. These frames are really quite tight in here. And you can see that, the fact that we've rolled some bees there. A bit of drone comb. That's not a terrible thing. looks like honey in this end frame. Honey, nectar, and a hell of a lot of pollen and some brood. If I spot the queen on this hive, I'm going to rip a split off this. More smoke. I don't think they're trying to swarm. I think they're just mucking around. There are eggs in those cells. There are eggs in all of these cells down here. Pretty chockers. Probably on the brink of swarming. Just with the amount of bees and eggs, just with the amount of brood. Ow! Ow! Oh, the bee's stinging me on the shoulder. Ah! Why? I want to shake these guys and shake off those, get rid of those bits of comb, but they're just ridiculous. Welcome to the show, Black plastic frames. Here's our queen. Evil little Okay guys, so I've made a decision. That queen's gone. I've got a couple of other queens. I've had a lovely lady by the name of Robin contact me, and she's actually sent me 2 of her queens. Now Robin is actually breeding queens. She's only got a small operation, so she doesn't have thousands of queens available, but for some of you backyard beekeepers in Melbourne, it's probably very worthwhile at least putting her in your contacts. I'll pop her email down the bottom. I think I'm pronouncing this right. Her apiary is called Aurea Apiary. I'll pop her email down in the description. We've got 2 queens here. Italian descendants. A little bit of bloodline from Kangaroo Island and some really good breeders from around Victoria. Never a fun thing to do. That queen's dead. Take that frame out. Brood. What I'm doing here is creating a nuke. Got to put this plastic frame in it. No! Ow! And that is why I'm requeening. A little bit of honey, 1 frame of brood, 2 frames of brood. This has got some comb underneath it to shake these bees off. I'm going to regret it, I know. 2 frames of brood. Three frames of brood. Oh, that hurts. And I'm gonna see if I've got any I'm gonna pop the feeder in there like that. So we've got a 4 frame nuke. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put one of those queens in that. And I'm going to put the other queen in that one there. So just find some emerging brood. Alright, so when you put these in, what you don't do is you don't put them in so they're sitting like that, because what can happen is the queen and all the bees can block up this hole, and if in the event two of these bees or one of these bees dies, that queen is getting stuck. So when you put them in, you put them in like that, and that gives them an area down there where the dead bees can fall. Just get these guys out of the road. Just going to push that cage in there like that. Close that up. I'm not going to feed these guys. I think they've got enough food. They do need some more frames. Okay. Also got a splash of syrup. Not putting it where the queen is. So what that'll do, that'll keep the bees happy and busy. Queen excluder back on. Hot box back on. So again, push that in there. Push those frames together. I'm going to pop the lid on these guys. I'm going to go get some syrup. So I've made myself up some 1-to-1. It's also got some Aurea in it, which is fantastic bee food. I'll pop a link down to the Aurea shop where I get it from here in Geelong. Suss them out. But yeah, it tends to help them build up. Creates healthy bees. And this is not an ad. These feeders have got little ladders in them. And a little bit on the frames. That's it. I'm also going to give these guys another couple of shakes of bees. I just didn't want to take any more out of that other hive. There we go. So let's see how those queens go. Alright, so I'm really excited to see how those queens go. One in a nuke, one hive requeened. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.